Hi, I'm Clay Hood with Precision Pro Golf. I wanted to give a general overview of the NX7 rangefinder. With the NX7, we have two buttons on top. We have a mode button and we have a green power button. The mode button is going to change the product between yards and meters. The green power button is going to turn the product on and let you measure your target. Next, we have an adjustable eyepiece. This is what you look through to see what you're shooting. This eyepiece adjusts to focus the optics based on the way your eyes work. Lastly, we have the battery door. The battery door is located below the eyepiece. This is where the battery is located, and this is where you'll change the battery when you need to do so. I wanted to go over a few best practices for the NX7 rangefinder. Firstly, we have the eyepiece. The eyepiece here is what you're going to look through to see your target. Based on how your eyes work, how much light there is, a couple other things, this could be clear, could be fuzzy. If the display is fuzzy, use this adjustable eyepiece to go back and forth. You'll see that display starts to really clear up. That's based on kind of how your eyes work. Nextly is how we're actually going to measure our target. We're going to look through the eyepiece. We're going to press the green button once. The display is going to come on. We're going to find our target, and then we're going to press the green button again. What we want to do though is with that crosshair, we want to pan that crosshair across our target, just kind of back and forth. And what that does is makes it super easy to pick up the flag or whatever your target may be on the course. Lastly is the way that the green power button works. We want to click this and release it. So when you're measuring the target, you want to click, release. If you hold it down, you're going to have some issues. So one click, you'll hear the click, a release, that'll measure for you. It makes it super easy to use. I wanted to quickly go over how you change modes with the NX7 rangefinder. The great thing about the NX7 is that it's super simple. We only have two modes. There's yards and meters, two different modes of measurement. When you look through the display, you'll either see a YD, that's for yards, or an M for meters. If you're on the one that you don't want to be on and you want to change, you press the mode button one time and that'll change. Very important to make sure you're on the correct mode, so if you're not, that'll obviously have issues with the way the product measures. I quickly wanted to go over a few troubleshooting items with the NX7 Pro rangefinder. The first issue we see are the modes, yards or meters. Obviously, if the product's in the wrong mode based on what you're trying to measure in, if you're trying to measure in yards and the product's in meters, you're going to have issues with accuracy. So you want to look through the display. You want to see if there's an M for meters or a YD for yards. It's very important to make sure that that is displayed correctly. Next, with the NX7 Pro rangefinder, one thing we see, we've made this product nice and compact. It's easy to use, easy to store. One issue with that though is we can see people get their finger around the front of the rangefinder there. If that happens, that kind of blocks the display, can cause issues with accuracy. So when you're using this, make sure you keep your hands back on the product like this. Don't get to a spot where that thumb or that little finger gets around the front of the product there. That can cause issues. Last thing we see is a situation where you may only see a part of the flag. There could be a hill, there could be a bunker, kind of blocking the way. You know, the laser technology on a rangefinder is actually really good at filtering out the flag versus trees and things behind the target. And with that, we see that if there's like a hill in the way or there's kind of a bunker in the way and you can only see a little bit of the flag, it could be a little tough to pick up the flag because, you know, it's hitting that hill or it's hitting whatever else you see. So in that case, you may have to kind of step on the cart. You may have to move side somewhere where you can get a little bit more of the flag. Makes it much easier to pick up that target.